It's official. It's official. If you remember my last update with if you remember my last update, I mentioned that apparently Little couldn't live very long. She was gonna die in a few days. Um, and well, since that update, it was like she had kidney disease, and I mentioned that she couldn't live very long, like only a few days. Well, and I was waiting, and I remember talking about that. I was hoping that things wouldn't get worse. Like it would just, it would not get worse, because it can't get better, but it can't get worse. Man, could I have not been any more wrong? She got worse. Well, my mom told me that she was actually internally bleeding in a lot of places. She was in very bad shape, and basically her snot, slobber, all that were bloody. Her When she went number two, it was bloody, and yeah, it was bad. So it was only gonna get worse, and they told us it was only gonna get worse from here. It was gonna get worse, only gonna get worse. So today we went to the vet. It was me, my mom, my dad. My brother and sister couldn't do it. They couldn't come because they just couldn't do it. I didn't want to. I couldn't do it, but I felt like it was the right thing to do, so I went. And I helped my mom and dad. We were at the vet. We had like a really nice blanket for her. She laid down in it. We said our last few goodbyes. And that was that. That was that. Number one, that was the very first time I've ever seen a I've ever seen a dead dog. And number two, it's just it was horrible. It wasn't entirely horrible because, well, I mean, it wasn't really entirely horrible. I mean, I cried a lot because it's like really sad losing a dog you loved for like 3 years. She was like under 3. She was going to be 3 in December. Can you believe it? Mr. Birthday. And so thankfully she died peacefully. We put her to sleep. She died peacefully. She didn't feel any pain. She wasn't whimpering or anything. The only reason she flinched one time was because she doesn't like it when people hold her hand. That's normal. That had nothing to do with this whole thing. So, and my parents were telling me that she was ready. Little was ready. She wanted to. Because She was not afraid to go to the vet anymore, and she she was just kind of not really scared anymore. They could tell that she she wasn't afraid to die anymore, and I guess she wanted to. So, um, honestly, I felt like really sad about it, and I might. This will probably be a day that I will never forget. I will never forget that look on my dad's face when he started crying. My dad, I've never seen my dad cry in my entire life. And I just saw him crying. I will never forget that. I will never forget. That was the very first time I've ever seen him cry. It was horrible. But at least Little died peacefully, and she's now in heaven, so we're all good there. Now it's just Ginger and Sadie now. They're gonna have to. Little sister, Sadie, she's gonna have to try and get used to not having a sister in the family. I don't know what Ginger's gonna do because Ginger and Little were like best friends. I'm not even sure how Sadie will be able to handle this, but I guess whatever fate decides. We can't really control it. Later today, we're gonna bury Little. We're gonna bury her in like a grave. We haven't thought about what the sign will be like for her grave, like the tombstone or something like that. We're gonna bury her. It's gonna be the grave is gonna be at I think it's my grandmother's house. She has a really nice place for Little to be rested in. So yeah, well, all that. So hopefully, hopefully I will never have to do this ever again. Little, if you're up there in heaven, I just want to say I love you and I miss you. And I'm sorry for all those times I didn't get to spend time with you. I wish I would be able to, but I couldn't. So I will probably be taking a break from YouTube for some time. I'm definitely not going to go to school tomorrow because I can't do it. I just can't. I can't deal with all that and the bad stuff that happens at school usually makes the stuff that happened in my personal life it's just a lot worse. So I'm not gonna go to school tomorrow. And I'm probably gonna maybe take a few weeks or maybe a week. I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna take a break from YouTube, but I will never forget this day. I will forget. I will remember you, little. All those great times we had together. You were such a special dog. Hope that one day, whenever I die and I get up to heaven, I see you one of these days. Because I would like to. And I can see Josie. And I can see Tyler. And I can even see my relatives that I can even see my Aunt Malene. Yeah. So it's not all bad. It's just it's a really tough time for me right now. I don't know what to do right now, so I'm just gonna I guess I'll see ya. I guess if you have a dog, please love him. You never know what could happen to him. You never know what can happen to a dog. Anything can happen. Murphy's Law. Anything. That's what I've learned from this whole thing, is that anything can happen. So, I hope that you've learned something from my experience. Hopefully, some of you people who hate dogs will start to appreciate them more, because they're really not that bad. And I guess I'll see you. Rest in peace, Little. Born, I think it was December 7th, 2017 to September 21st, 2020. May you rest in peace, Little. And may we remember you forever. May all of us remember Little. How great of a dog she was. I'll see you later.